All right. Call to order. Determine there's a quorum present. Commissioner Ward, Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Garcia, Commissioner Flores, and myself. We do have a quorum. If y'all will please rise for the pledge of allegiance. And Commissioner Garcia, if you don't mind.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank y'all. Hold on, let me check. Approving and amending minutes.
Motion to approve.
Motion, Commissioner Flores.
Second, Judge.
Second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Citizens' comments, I have one. Mr. Talamantes, if you want to come up, sir?
Sure.
Your speaker's on. If you'll just say your name, sir.
My name is Arturo Talamantes. I wasn't planning on speaking about this, but now that I'm here, I might as well. Last Thursday, we had an incident that involved hazmat with a train in Pacific Railroad. And I didn't find out till the following day, which was Friday. Being an ex-railroad employee and dealt with an enormous amounts of hazmat situations in different locations, especially in Eagle Pass, dealing with traffic to and from Mexico. We dealt with a lot of hazmat situations, and I found out that our local fire department didn't take this situation seriously. The protocols that I saw were not taken seriously, and we had a part of town for a while in danger, and for some reason the area, that neighborhood around where this tank was close by, nobody was notified of the potential that something really bad could happen if something was to have gone wrong and this tank would have leaked out. This tank had over 30,000 gallons of gasoline, and the lightest little spark would have ignited it. And no fire department would have put it out, or nobody. But since the fire department was the most trained in hazmat here, they're the ones that should know what to do in a situation like this and take every precaution to keep the community safe. That's what I used to do. I used to call the fire department, and they took care of everything, evacuated people, or barricading, or keeping people out, or whatever, because they were, like I said again, they're the most trained, not the police department or any other agency. These guys should know what to do, and in this case, none of this happened. Now they transported the 30,000 gallons into other trucks, and they didn't have nobody out there watching in case something went wrong. They would put it out. I talked to Mr. Hill, I think he's the fire chief. He said, well, it was in their property. There's nothing we can do. I told him, I said, sir, I guess you don't know your job. I said, it doesn't matter whose property that tank car is in or that hazardous potential is in. I said, you need to be there. I said, you know how long it takes for hazmat in case something really bad happens to get here from San Antonio or Houston? It's going to take hours. So what do we do in case something happens? We just sit around and wait? He didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to say. So I guess what I want to get through is that, I mean, we can't take nothing lightly. Nothing. Because the slightest little glitch we're in trouble, and Union Pacific Railroad, they handle all kinds of stuff, you know. What about if this tank would have been a chlorine tank on it? You know, chlorine, stuff they used to treat water. You know, you take one breath of this stuff, of this gas, and you're dead. Just one. You inhale, and you're dead. You're not gonna exhale. See, and when a lot of that stuff gets, moves through here, sulfuric acid, all kinds of chemicals. And unfortunately, the protocol is what's very important to keep people safe. Pretty much, that's all I got to say.
Thank you, Mr. Talamantes.
I wish, the city would.
I can't talk about it right now,
Yeah.
because you're under citizens' comments.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get to item 16, which will be AEP, and then we're gonna go to TDEM. Under TDEM was here at the time, and I can talk a little bit about that. So if you don't leave, I can talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, like I said, I got a lot of experience, and I'm willing to share my experience or my knowledge with anybody to help.
No, and like I said, I can't go back and forth and have this
Yeah.
conversation.
Okay, no,
He'll come in, okay, if you don't mind, don't leave.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
And that's what I was, I'm willing to help, share my knowledge with anybody, if it is gonna help keep people safe, because this is serious shit.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. We're gonna jump around a little bit, y'all don't mind. We're gonna go to item 16, discussion possible action on accepting a check. Donation from AEP in the amount of $5,000 to the South Texas Food Bank on behalf of Valverde County.
Motion to approve, Judge, item number 16.
Second. So I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second. Commissioner Flores, you wanna come up? You don't mind? It says 50,000 on the check. No?
Do an extra zero.
If you wanna say,
My bounce.
if you wanna say a couple, I doubt it. If y'all wanna say a couple words, it'd be great. And then we'll take a picture.
Okay.
That work? You wanna get up here, just get right there, that way we can hear you. Put us out, if you don't mind.
I'm Jimmy Ernest, External Affairs Manager from AEP Texas, and I'm happy to be here today. AEP Texas is always looking for opportunities to give back to the communities that we serve. And through the AEP Texas Foundation, we support education, healthcare, safety. We work on programs with the food banks and shelter. We work through different opportunities with the arts, music and culture. So today we're working with the South Texas Food Bank, and we're donating $5,000 on behalf of Valverde County. So we've worked with them through many other counties and other opportunities, and we always appreciate working with them and giving back to the community.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning. My name is Angie Osterman, and I'm the Director of Marketing and Development for the South Texas Food Bank. And on behalf of the South Texas Food Bank Board and all the neighbors that we serve throughout our 8 counties, but Valverde is one of our biggest counties that we serve. We thank you with the AEP Texas, and we thank you all for the support that you've given us throughout the years. Your help has always been very crucial, especially right now. Commissioner Vasquez, who also works with us very closely, as well as some of the other commissioners, right now that we're dealing with flood recovery efforts. Thank you all so much for helping us coordinate those efforts to help our neighbors that are in need. And this donation is going to help out our local pantries in this area. We have a handful of pantries that do a fantastic job serving the community. So this is where these funds are going to go, so they'll be able to buy food to continue to give out to the people in need. So once again, thank you all very much for your support, and God bless you all, and God bless AEP Texas. Thank you.
No, don't get a picture. Yeah, go ahead.
Judge, I want to mention something. Yesterday, there was a distribution going on, and I want to thank Mr. Jimmy, because the actual linemen, the actual employees were actually out there helping out, giving out food to these people during their distribution. So I appreciate that very much, Jimmy.
That's how come we didn't have power here then. We can take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. If you want to come around and get a picture real quick. Come on around. Come around. So you stand here. Okay. You stand in the middle of your check.
Okay.
Yeah, look.
Now what? Pick it up,
Yeah,
put it
this
down,
is the gentleman's.
sideways.
That, and just a hair, oh, right there, right there. Just give me just like that. Thank
Don't
you.
look, Judge. No, I did it on purpose. See what you
The Christian Science one of the few.
Got it? All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. You gonna take it? I gotta take it. All right. They get the real check. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Okay, that works. We'll be here. Okay. Yeah. I was going through your stage. What do you got? You know, late. Okay, we'll go to it. You have, this?
Yeah.
You have more? Okay. We're gonna go back to citizens' comments, real quick. I usually like to do this. But, here you are. You sat back down. You're up.
Hi.
State your name and then, what you're about. That way,
Hi.
just so Karen can.
Hi, my name is Carmen Abreu. I'm with West Texas Counseling and Guidance. And I just wanted to talk about a very important topic.
You have some fun? Yeah, sorry, type it up. If you don't mind. Did you get it?
Yeah, sorry.
Appreciate it.
It's a Talk Saves Lives, a suicide prevention. We are all impacted by suicide in one way or another, whether we know someone that we've lost or struggle with mental health issues. September, I know it's a little early, but September is Suicide Awareness Month. And so leading up to that, I am actually a volunteer with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And through a grant we have through West Texas, it allows me to go through the community and speak to different workplaces, schools, organizations, churches, and give these free community education programs. It's a 60-minute to 90-minute educational programming where you'll learn the risk of suicide, warning signs, and you can learn what to do if you encounter someone or a loved one that may be feeling that they're in a mental health crisis, and how to talk to them and get them help. And so there's a lot of research that shows that this talk saves lives, and talking about it, even though it's very uncomfortable and it could be very difficult. In the workshop, we practice kind of things to say, and it's very interactive, and I think you'll leave feeling a little bit more empowered of what to do and help. So that we can save lives. So we are having one today at the Tony Plaza Annex at 11 o'clock from 11 to 12 with the Belong Hub. But I am free if you want to contact West Texas Counseling and Guidance. We can schedule. I can go to your workplace. I can go to anywhere. I could just set it up. I have handouts. And again, we just want to get this information out to you. So that we could all be more informed and more empowered to just feel better and hopefully save more lives. So thank you so much.
Questions? Don't leave. Well, we can't even go into questions, citizens' comments. Sorry. We do have a flyer. If y'all want copies of the flyer, looking for a phone number. Can you throw out a phone number?
It's not on there. It is. Sorry. You could contact 830-320-4280. That's 830-320-4280, and we can get that scheduled.
Okay, that'll work. I'll give you this one back. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
For the next time, contact us and we'll put you on the agenda.
Okay,
That way we can ask you questions.
okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, we're going to go to item 18, discussion possible action regarding Texas Division of Emergency Management, TDEM. After the flood, Roland had contacted Fernando through TDEM. Fernando was on the phone with us all through the flooding, wanted to know if we needed anything. And I was really impressed because we actually got a text message from Nim Kidd. You can't get any higher than him at the state when it comes to emergency management. And we, while we were sitting on the Precinct 4, Precinct 3 bridge, contacted by Senator Cornyn's office, 2 individuals from Senator Cornyn's office, wanted to know what we needed, and then actually got a text message and a phone call from Javier. Javier from Ted Cruz's office, wanting to know what we needed, and this is the morning right after we'd had all the rain. So I was real impressed with that. Everybody was calling and wanting to come down and set up. So last week, TDEM came in, 3 individuals came in to assess the damage that the county had on their roads and buildings and stuff like that. One of the things that we're going to have to keep track of is going to be in the event, all the events that we had, we'll have to keep track, the foremans and the secretaries and the commissioners, of what we're spending, because all this, we've turned in estimates for all the roads, so from here on out, they don't send us a check. We'll have to go out and fix everything, and then they'll come back and get us some money, but we'll have to prove it up. So, but anything that the county does, we need to keep receipts. We need to, I think, Juanita, our payroll, HR, and Matt, we're already looking on the classification for our payroll. That way y'all can have another area to make sure that we keep track of what we're doing on our roads. That way we don't have to go hunt and fish for everything else. I would say some of the totals that I saw yesterday and the day before will be right around the $2 million mark, probably a little bit shy of it. I know that there was some changes in every one of the precincts that me and Carlos went through. We added a little bit more as far as from moving material. And I think on your bridge and one of the areas in Precinct 1, and then Precinct 4 also. The commissioners have been really concerned also, and I'll get to the railroad part in a minute. The commissioners have been really concerned. We go through the program called PSTAT through TDEM. There's another layer that's called ISTAT. That's where an individual, if you've had flooding in your home, if you've had any damage from water through this disaster, that it was declared a disaster, you need to go to TDEM, ISTAT, to fill out an application, or fill out like a survey type deal of everything that starts with your name, but then you give them an idea of what it's costing, because we have to hit a threshold on the dollars before they'll actually even say, okay, Valverde County, they qualify for ISTAT. So we have to hit a threshold on dollars. I got on there when all this was going on, and then got on there last week, and we had a conversation with Commissioner Garcia and Commissioner Garcia and Commissioner Vasquez. I wouldn't say it's difficult. It's just really, really time consuming because you gotta go through. So some of the commissioners have asked, well, can we go out and help? If can we get permission to go out and help? Can we go out and help? Would it serve a public purpose? We've already done this before because our individuals, especially our elderly, if you don't have a computer, and even if you do have a computer, it's really tedious. And I'm sitting there looking at Mr. Martinez. I don't know. I guess first step would be through ISTAT. If y'all want to make a motion to allow the county commissioners within their own department to go out and to go out and help people complete the survey. And again, this survey is not, it doesn't automatically get y'all money. It's just a tedious process, but it's a process. There is a capability that y'all will get money back, but we have to go in there and fill this survey out in order to enter all these dollars. It doesn't matter, if you live inside the city or live outside the city limits, does not matter. I think the county has a responsibility, and you stop me at any point, David, if I go too far. I think we have a responsibility and obligation to at least to try to help get some of this stuff filled out. So I would entertain a motion that.
I will make a motion, Judge, for item
That y'all
number
will allow?
18. Yes, sir, to help out the people.
Okay. I have a motion.
Second.
Bottom line is that commissioners should go within their precinct and help these individuals fill out these.
Fill out the
programs.
ISAP form, yes, sir.
A motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Flores. On that one there, are we okay?
Yes, sir. We're just commenting, perhaps the two community centers or the FA center and the community center could kind of have a place where people.
A hub or something like that? Is that-
Exactly, in town, or kind of have a focal point,
Or the libraries.
or the library, correct?
Well, that's in precinct 1 too. So I mean, we've got 3 precincts covered and maybe and Commissioner Garcia. And it isn't, there's certain areas that were affected and certain areas that really were not. So it'd have to be up to the commissioner, see how many people he's gonna have to go help. But with this, it pretty much, it's a blanket to allow the commissioners, if they think it's necessary within their precinct, to go out and help. Again, we had a lot of damage, in precinct 1 and precinct 2. Right?
Yes.
And then, precinct, 4 had more road damage probably, than homes. But we do have a community center, in precinct 4. We do have the Tony Foss Center in, precinct 2. And then wherever, Commissioner Wardlaw would like to, again, it'd be up to the commissioners. So I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Flores. Do I have a vote? Anybody, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Going back to the tanker, we were informed, and I wrote down the person's name. We were informed in the morning that there was an accident, and TDM was in town, not because of the accident, but they were in town. So we were informed that there was an accident. Commissioner Vasquez, I think you were here at the time.
Yes, sir.
Right, so, they were leaving, and I told them that I would be on my way out, as soon as I got done with, TDM and trying to get stuff where everybody was going. So I contacted, their public relations officer, Raquel, Espinosa, and I hope I got that right. Contacted her to see what was going on. I contacted, Amanda, emergency management for the city. She said that, fire trucks were out on the scene, and I think EMS had also been notified because there was a couple of engineers that, when it happened, they got hurt. To the extent, I don't know. So I asked her if there was a spill, and I asked Raquel the same thing. Ms. Espinosa, she said there was no spill, but there was a tank car that was, damaged and wrinkled up, and then I got a picture, from the tank car and the actual train. So, Commissioner Vasquez and Victor?
Victor?
Both of them left, to go look at it, and I told them that as soon as I got done with my paperwork, that I would leave. I went out there, EMS had already left, fire department had already left. There was, 4 railroad vehicles there, and I sort of waited till they got closer, asked them if I could go look, and, they were real cooperative. We went and looked at the site, looked at the car that, got hit so hard that it jumped another railroad car, and, was back on the phone with, Ms. Espinosa, ended up talking to her again, how were we gonna handle this? And she says there's already a hazmat team on the way, and, talked to George, I think you already knew about it also, by the time we visited. So, hazmat team was on its way. The plan was to, unload, or offload, I think is what she said, the tanker before anything could be moved or anything at all. I asked her, was there going to be a hazmat team? Is there anything they needed from us? What was going to be our response? She said, we will have a hazmat team in Del Rio before we begin to offload. And she did call me at night, or send me a text that, again, in the morning, that everything had been offloaded. We did do several drive-bys during the night just to see what was going on. Again, we had several of, well, probably all the commissioners concerned about the incident. I told them that if there had been any spill at all, we would have evacuated. It just doesn't matter. If it had been a little spill, and Mr. Talamantes, like what you said, all it would have taken was a spark if there had been a leak. But everything was contained within the box cars themselves, within the tanker cars. And I physically went out there to go look. We had conversations with several of the commissioners. They said, we need to do more, and I said, we might. I said, if they get out here and they feel like there might be a problem, they're going to shut down the operation, they're going to call us, and then we will begin to evacuate. So we might need help evacuating if they feel like there's going to be a problem. The text messages and the phone calls with Ms. Espinosa back and forth were that they would have a hazmat team in Del Rio before they went to offload. And that she told me on the next morning that that it had been offloaded and that they did not have a single issue with the process. So if there had been an issue or anything, if it looked like just a seep had come out of that tanker, we would have, whether it had been the city or the county, we would have evacuated an area. And we have protocol for that. We actually have different layers, George, if I'm not mistaken, the stuff that we've been through, dependent on the chemical and dependent on the chemical, how far we're supposed to evacuate and how far out. So we have had meetings with TDEM, and we have had meetings with the city to figure out that protocol as to how far back we would evacuate. The railroad car being on railroad property doesn't really matter. I will tell you that we were informed. We were told that they were bringing in a hazmat team. The team that usually helps us in case there is an issue with stuff like that, we usually call Laughlin. And Laughlin would be the first one to show up if there was an issue before San Antonio shows up. So they were, all we had to do is give them a call if there would have been an issue. And they've never told us no, as far as I know, whether it be with fire or hazmat, and even with dogs for bomb scares. So it was a good test to figure out which way we're going to run. There is some stuff probably that we would do different, but I will tell you that with everything that I saw, with everything the railroad saw, and the people that were sent in by the railroad after the incident, there was no seepage, no leakage, or nothing coming out of the boxcar. My phone number, Mr. Talamantes, yes, sir.
The problem is that, okay, we were lucky that we didn't have a spill, but as they were working and moving around, that doesn't mean that we couldn't have had one while they were working. And the public around that neighborhood, and I live 2 blocks from where this happened, we were never notified that there could be a potential. And so, nobody warned us that we had this, could have been like a ticking time bomb there. Some people even maybe half a block away, and nobody warned us. The fire department should have gone out and sent law enforcement people or anybody just to let us know, to be on the lookout in case something did go wrong. with this, tank car lying on its side.
No, wait a minute. It was not laying on its side. Let's just stick to the truth. It was not laying on its side. It tilted a little bit. It was not laying on its side. The wheels were still where they were supposed to be. They were off the ground a little bit on one side, but it was not on its side.
Where it was on its side.
It's not on its side. It's not on its side. It was not laying on the ground on its side. If it was on its side, that would mean that the tanker was laying on the ground on its side.
That's when they removed the car from the accident.
It did look like an accordion. I mean, it got hit hard.
It was really.
Yeah, I know it was. I mean, I'm surprised that
It didn't have
nothing
wheels.
leaked out.
The picture that I got the following day, the tank car didn't have the trucks underneath it. So it was kind of laying on its side.
And it might have been after it was already
And
downloaded.
When you work out there improvising, fuel of that tank car to another tank car, anything can go wrong, and our fire department was not there.
Well, again, I can tell you what happened. I can tell you that we went out.
And
I
that's
can
what-
tell you that-
That's what startled me the most when I went out there the following day, when I found out about it, and I took a video, and I didn't see any fire people out there in case something did go wrong. I did see, well, they were transferring the fuel from one to the other, but, that was it, and that's what startled me, and because all that Linda Vista neighborhood, all that area there, nobody knew anything about the potential, hazard that we had there.
Yeah, well, I can tell you it was on the news. It was all over Facebook. It was on the city's website. I think that if there, I don't think, if there had been a leakage,
And when you have a situation just like this, you don't rely on social media and stuff, you go knock people's doors. We had an incident one night out here on, close to the old bridge, and they woke me up, and we took care of it, Joe Harrison and I, the fire department, and it was worse than this one. And it was at night, we evacuated people around the old post office, cause we didn't know how bad it was gonna be until hazmat came and they got on that tank car and they secured it, and we got people back. By daylight, everything was running fine. A lot of people in Del Rio never found out what we had done, middle of the night. But we did evacuate, Joe Harrison, the fire chief. I went in the office and gave him the information about the tank car and the potentials and all that, and, we took care of it. And, but we did evacuate people around that neighborhood, and that was the right thing to do. We had law enforcement people out there knocking on people's doors, and we evacuated about half a mile around the tank car. And that's what needed to be done in this situation. We should have been warned, and not by social media, like I said. We gotta knock on people's doors.
if there had been a spillage or any type of leakage or seepage or anything like that, I'm pretty sure that y'all would have been notified to evacuate, and no matter what the time was. I can assure you that. But there was no seepage, no leakage.
We were very fortunate.
Sorry, we were.
We were very
We were. And I can tell you that when I went out, that's what I was looking for, when I went down to the tracks, was to see if it was leaking. And again, first it'd be City of Del Rio, and then it'd be Valverde County making the call. But if there'd have been any type of dampness or wet or anything like that, we'd have made a phone call to the city that, we needed to evacuate.
Nobody when I saw what the city put out, they didn't mention anything like, okay, we have this tank car out there, it was just gasoline, they made it look like it was not, wasn't a big deal. But they didn't say it had over 30,000 gallons of gasoline. A lot of stuff they just didn't put out, and it should be told everything.
Judge, isn't there gonna be some sort of investigation now? It's considered a form of transportation.
You know what?
And they're gonna be, is there some sort of investigation now, next steps?
They will have to, the railroad will have to do an investigation, and the railroad commission will do another investigation as to what happened. What investigation would you mean?
I'm just asking about it.
No, the railroad the railroad commission will conduct an
The
investigation.
FRA will get involved, Federal Railroad Administration.
I just wanted to air it out.
He didn't hit it. I mean, it wasn't like it was, running 4 or 5 miles an hour. Hit it hard enough that you took a box car and shoved it up on top of another box car. You know, I don't know. I mean, it isn't like you could say, le voy a sacar la vuelta type deal. I mean, there's nowhere to go. You're on the same track.
I mean, after that wreck in West Texas,
35 years.
after that wreck in West Texas, with a big derailment,
I had a question, was it
I'm
really?
surprised this one happened.
Well, again, we can ask for the report from the railroad commission once they get done with their report. If y'all want to do that. Mr. Talamantes, I want to thank you for coming.
No problem. Thank
All
you.
right. And I handed out my phone number right now. If you have any issues or want to just sit and visit, give me a call. I'd ask the foremans and, the commissioners to ask their foremans and secretaries here. That way we're all listening to the same stuff, and maybe if y'all have questions, you know, we can get them answered right now on the TDM process. We already voted to, let the commissioners, start the process to help, individuals through the ISTAT. We'll go through the PSTAT. My understanding is that Carlos yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before yesterday, that all our numbers have already been turned in. We might have to be able to tweak some of them, still, but that all our numbers were turned in already, for our roads. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. As secretaries, as foremans, we need to make sure that we document everything that we've done, from the very first day that we went out, to the flood. It doesn't matter if y'all just went out to check and went out, we're gonna go out to help, or not help, but to fix, but couldn't just because the water was still running. That's a cost. That's an expense, right? Anything that y'all have, and with Matt and Juanita putting a certain, yes, sir, please.
Was there an actual award given?
A dollar amount?
Yeah, is
No.
there an actual award given? Because if that's so, then we can structure it to where we can just set
A
something.
dollar amount? When you say award, what do you mean?
Award, right? I heard $2 million.
No, those are numbers that we've put in, that we believe the cost could be up to.
Okay,
But there's not been an award to us to say, this is what you're getting.
okay.
So we're gonna have to go back in and justify whatever we're spending when it comes time to be able to get a check. Does that make sense?
My biggest question on this is, if a precinct has $500,000 worth of damages, and it's not in their budget to fix what's
You're going to
damaged,
have to be able to work with what you have until October 1st. Come October 1st, if you're gonna, if we go borrow this money, different precincts are gonna get different funds. Off the top of my head, precinct 1, 150 plus another 30, about $180,000 for precinct 1. Come October 1st, precinct 2, 400 and some odd thousand, 450,000, plus in y'all's budget, what I did in y'all's budget, if y'all don't spend the dollars per mile, we'll bring it back to the court, and that $1,000 per mile that you already got, if you hadn't already spent it, whatever you haven't already spent will be part of that. So you have another 450. All right, precinct 3, I think with your 5 plus the 1, you're about 830, 840, right? It depends on mileage.
so there's not a time frame. You got 6 months, a year, 2 years? or-
Whatever you can start fixing today, you need to start fixing with the money that you have. Because we haven't set up a line item in order to give you, funds.
And that's what we could do. If we are confident on an award amount, we could go ahead and set that up just like a traditional grant. And then it would just use,
Okay. And I'm glad we're talking about it, that way I'll get these questions, one at a time. When we go to do that, we need to make sure that we're confident of an award grant, right, before we go do that, okay? So we turned everything in. We need to wait for them to see the threshold, I think we passed it and we met it just with your stuff, is what I was told. His was, precinct 2 was the first precinct that we, that was somewhat done. So when Victor went out with him, he come back, he says, "Heck, looks like we already met the threshold." So I think by his comments, but we have nothing, and we have no email, we have no text message, we have nothing on paper saying that we've been awarded or anything like that. Okay. So if we want to set up a line item in order for them to go fix this, but my opinion, we need to be careful because we're fixing to borrow, if everything works out right, $2 million to give each precinct their money. We can't afford to go spend $2 million on it, give them another chunk of change to go fix roads, and end up now that we're at $4 million. $2 million that we borrowed and trying to take $2 million, suck it out of somewhere. All right? So if we set up a line item to be able to give them money, it can't exceed whatever we're going to borrow. Does that make sense?
The problem that I have there, Judge, is that, that money that was supposed to be budgeted for this coming fiscal year was to pave roads or fix roads. And now we're going to have to spend some of that money on roads that were damaged by the flood. That we had nothing to do with Mother Nature. I mean, if we borrow the money, I think we should keep the money. Well, but they were getting plus that money to fix whatever needs to be fixed.
No, I get it, but you only have a bucket of money. So if we're not getting any money from the state, you can't go borrow another $2 million that we're going to have to go pay for, or whatever that dollar is. You just can't keep borrowing, and every time we turn around, we're taking 3.6, 3.8, $4 million out of fund balance. At some point, if you don't pay attention, you will run out of fund balance. You just can't go out and throw more money at it unless we're going to get some more money back. And that's my opinion. Now, you go out and start writing checks and you reduce your fund balance more, in my opinion, it's going to be dangerous. And I get it. It's an act of God, but at the end of the day, we're going to borrow $2 million, and we know for a fact, because we will have that in hand, and they can use that money to go fix their roads. And if we get paid back, anything that we get paid back, they can go use it again to reimburse what they've already spent. If we want to set up a line item up to the $2 million and use funds that we have right now out of fund balance because we're going to borrow it, then I don't have a problem with it. I just don't want to go spend $4 million at this. And when I look at my fund balance, we're less than what we had last year. We're not building on it. It's just difficult. And I won't vote for it. I mean, it's just one of those deals that you can't go spend more money and keep spending more money, keep spending more money. At some point, it's going to catch up. I feel confident with the budget that I sent you, and we're going to take out $3.6 million out of fund balance. I don't have a problem with that. But we go put another $2 million to that, it scares the hell out of me.
That's if it's not reimbursed.
That's if it's not reimbursed.
Right.
So but before we get to where we're actually going to be confident that we're going to be reimbursed, we have to get to that point first before you set that money aside. Unless it's just going to be up to the $2 million that we're going to borrow. Then I don't have a problem with it. Does that make sense? I'm just talking circles.
Yeah, it sounds like either way, the work's gonna have to be done.
It's going to have to get done.
Whether we do it in the beginning or whether we do it at the end.
Mhm.
So if we do it at the beginning and it's not reimbursed, we just sweep it back to your account, your accountants. If it is reimbursed, then it just stays in the grant account. But
And they get to use it again.
So they might not fund us 100% of what we claim. They might say, okay, we'll give you half. So we don't know that yet.
I don't know.
So my problem is we have a 2-month gap between now and the new budget and this $500,000 that
No.
out there. I mean, and Juneau Road is almost impassable in locations.
No. And that's what we said. We can find money that we can, through our grants or whatever, through different accounts, that y'all could go use right now.
Okay.
Up to the $800,000 is going to end up in your precinct.
Okay.
Right?
Because I need some working capital from now to the new
I
budget.
get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And that's what he was saying, and I agree with that.
Okay.
We just can't afford, in my opinion, to set this money aside and say, not only are you going to get this money, but you're also going to get the whole $2 million that we borrowed. I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, it would just go back to the working capital
I
account.
mean, we could borrow half of that, 1 million, to get started.
No, we don't
While
have to
the
borrow.
process,
We don't have to borrow any money is the problem right now. We do not have to borrow a dime to get y'all money, in 2 weeks. Because we're gonna borrow that 2 million in the next fiscal year to replenish whatever we're fixing to use.
Because of the great job the court's done in building.
Because on Pandale Road at the crossing, I mean, that bridge needs attention now. You know, the guardrail's off, I mean, it's a tangled mess. And I can't wait 2 months to go fix it. So if you tell me I got
Can
money,
you wait 2 weeks?
I can wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, or, hell, you don't even have to wait 2 weeks. If you have money that you could go play with today, go play with it today, and we can set up accounts.
Well, I'll wait the 2 weeks. You know, if,
And we'll need to visit after this meeting.
Sounds good.
Even to have reimbursement on the table is a really good thing. I mean, we could be doing this stuff with our own money and there is no reimbursement.
yeah, but we've run our operating down to almost nothing. Go ahead, Judge.
No. If y'all are willing, I'll sit with Matt, and then y'all can play with, or not play, y'all can go to work with a certain amount of dollars, because we know how much we're going to borrow anyway. And then if we get reimbursed, from the state for whatever we're doing, you'll have that money also. You'll have that because you've already spent it, and then you'll have the part of the 2 million, whatever your share is of the $2 million. If y'all are okay with that. I just don't want to do both. It just scares the jeebers out of me.
I'm not for borrowing money just for borrowing it. You know, I'm not for borrowing any more money than we need to.
No. And it's like everything else. You still got to pay it back. Borrowing is the easy part. It's the paying back that runs.
What are the percentages, Judge, of 75-25, or maybe 90-10, or have they mentioned anything about that?
The emails that I've seen, I've not seen it. Okay. But, yeah, we'll have that conversation later.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble. But whatever we do, please keep track. I don't care if you're just going out to go look. Keep track of your mileage, keep track of your hours. There are FEMA rates that y'all can look up. That way we begin to put those dollars together every time we go out. And then we will try, look at it today and try to maybe send out an email this afternoon as to get started, don't get started. Okay? Do y'all have any questions on this? I'll just talk about it. All right. Okay. I appreciate y'all having y'all's crews and secretaries and everything here. Thank y'all so much. If y'all have, any questions, if y'all will, we can't get an email together because then we're going to have a problem answering our emails. Send an email to Carlos Velarde. And if y'all have any questions after y'all leave, send an email to him, and then he'll answer it, but also push that email out to everybody else in case y'all had the same question and didn't ask. That way we're all looking at the same thing. All right? We can't be on the same email. Your foremans can all be on the same email if you all want to do that. And your foremans and your secretaries, are y'all okay with maybe that? You're good? And then they can push it out. So I'll have Carlos, Joanna, start an email with all the secretaries. That way, in case we have questions, we can, y'all are talking secrets. If they have any questions, that way the question can be answered and we're all looking at the same question, the same answer. All right? This is going to be a tedious process. The last time we did it, there was a lot of work, Elizabeth, that went in after the fact, trying to justify expenses. So I'd like to get in front of that before we have to start going backwards again. That okay? Okay. No action needs to be with that one. The ISTAT, if y'all's commissioners, and y'all's precincts, y'all are listening, y'all want to give out your phone numbers?
Yes, sir.
That way they'll have them in the community, then go back and they can call you.
Commissioner Vasquez, precinct 2, cell phone number
Right.
830-734-5608.
Commissioner Wardlaw, precinct 1, phone number 830-309-6460.
Commissioner 3.
830-309-6369.
Commissioner Flores, 830-765-6168.
And again,
24/7.
7-Eleven.
if y'all, reach out to them, and, my phone number, is always 734-0575. And we all have office, the phone numbers that were just handed out were all cell phone numbers, but we also have office numbers, y'all. If y'all have any questions, any concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to us, and, we'll get going. But that'll be all for item 18. And again, Commissioners, thank y'all for having everybody here. I'm gonna skip around again. Where am I at? I'm gonna go to item 17. That way they can read. Item 17, discussion possible action to adopt or reject Valverde County Appraisal District 2027 budget. Discussion over.
Hi. Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Jackie Casanova with Valverde Appraisal District. And I have a presentation, so if you'll just allow me a quick minute to get signed in. Okay, thank you. I've got 5 slides. I won't take up a lot of your time, but I just wanted to go over what we've done with the budget. Let me go ahead and go to the next page. Okay, so on May 21st, we issued our preliminary budget that went out to the entities. We initially had a 17.46% increase. That was $291,515.04. Primarily, that was due to aerial imagery. We had a 3% cost of living adjustment there, and a fleet purchase, and some changes to our retirement plan. We got some feedback from our entities. Our board went back and had a few budget workshops and readjusted these numbers. On July 16th, we adopted our budget. We adopted an 8.23% increase of $137,494.26. We adjusted our COLA to 2.5%. We made some adjustments to fleet. We took out aerial imagery, and we have some retirement changes in here. Okay. This is our historical overview of the district's retirement benefits. The reason why I'm providing this is because this is the largest line item percentage increase in our budget. And so I just wanted to go over our retirement benefits over the last close to 30 years. In 1998 through 2004, the appraisal district was unable to financially fund the retirement benefits for staff. In 2004 to mid-2025, the appraisal district participated in a Section 457B plan. It was the least expensive and the most cost-efficient for the appraisal district at the time to enter into. Mid-2025, we started year 1 of a transition to Texas County District Retirement Services with an employee contribution rate of 4%, an employer contribution rate of 100%, and prior service years recognized of 25%. In 2026, that was our year 2 of our transition. We had an employee contribution rate of 5%, employer contribution rate of 150, prior service years recognized at 50%. Our proposed 2027 plan is year 3, employee contribution rate of 5%, employer contribution rate of 150%, and prior service credit years of 100%. Here's another comparison. This also shows us the 2025 year 1, 2026 year 2,
and then our proposed 2027. And this is comparing it directly to your plan. Val Verde County, your employee deposit rate is at 7%. Ours, we're proposing that to be at 5%. Your employer matching rate is at 225%. We're proposing 150. Your monetary prior service is at 160%, and we're proposing 100%. Here's the appraisal district's impact on our entities and how we fund, or how we provide values that fund your budget. Val Verde County is right in the middle. Your tax revenue makes up 46% of your 2025-2026 fiscal year budget. And so 46% of that revenue comes in from tax revenue. And this is the cost per tax dollar levied. This is what it would cost the county to fund the appraisal district budget. In 2017, I have a comparison, a 10-year comparison here. In 2017, you were paying just under 3 cents per tax dollar levied. And in 2027, we're proposing just under 3 cents per tax dollar levied. This shows what you were collecting in tax levy in 2017, what you're proposed to collect in 2027, and then the tax percentage increase over the last 10 years. This concludes my presentation. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Let me find my the one thing that I still have to deal with is employee retirement. And I don't know whether you went from 2026 $89,000 to 2027 $170,000. And I saw your graph up there.
Yes.
But your people pay 5%, if I'm not mistaken. I think on the sheet that you provided.
Sure, I can go back.
4.13.
I can go back to, oh, sorry about that. There we go.
The 5%. Ours are at 7, so there's a 2% there, but, and you can do all that, but we pay 11.37%, right, on our retirement.
That's correct, and that's because you're probably 97% funded, which means, well, that was according to your plan representative.
They were 97% funded? Well, that would be because of a good stock market year this year. Those numbers haven't come out yet because we're still doing those couldn't make
Right.
But there was times when we were 87% funded. We were paying in close to 13%.
And we were here for a couple of years at the beginning.
Are being proposed or asked for. Yeah.
Well, and again, this is the one that I just don't understand. I just don't get it. I don't understand how we're paying 11.37% and y'all are at, what, 22?
22.74. Yes, sir.
22%.
So the plan needs to be funded in order for your employees to be able to retire. So even if, like Matt said, you're at 89% funded, I mean, that's still almost really close to fully funded. We're just starting the plan, and that's why we have a contribution rate of 22.74.
What is the vesting? I don't think that was covered. What's the vesting?
So I don't know if I have that with
Because
me.
that
But
isn't
we-
sure why you're having to pre-fund so much.
No,
You have a
it's
low
actually, we have a longer vesting than you do.
You have longer than 8 years?
Yes.
There's no way.
We have 10 years. Right.
CDRS offers 10 years?
Yes,
now?
sir.
Okay. So yeah, the question would be, why are you
Because
guys
we're-
having to put in?
22.74?
And the employees are only putting in 5. So you're asking the taxpayers to contribute 4 times as much to their retirement than what they are.
I had shared with the judge some percentages, and I don't know, I didn't bring them with me to discuss, but I had shared with the judge some percentages through an email.
Was it please?
May I?
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
And they all have one. Yeah, you can have that one. Everybody's got one.
So our normal cost for the plan is 4.13%, and then the unfunded portion is 18.51% of the 22.74. So, like I said, most of that is because we're not funded. We just started the plan. We're on year 3.
So you're saying that Val Verde County, when we first started the plan, we were putting in 20%?
Depending on the market. Do you have the historical rates?
Man, I would have to go back.
And I could probably get them, because we share the same plan administrator. But,
I just never heard of something so.
All he told me was it seemed like y'all were trying to double up, and that's the
Yes.
part that scared me. the most.
no, we're not.
That's what he told me.
And let me give you a legal opinion that we've got from our attorney.
Well, I don't need it. You can give it to them. I mean, if y'all want it.
May I share it with the
Yeah.
Commissioner? If that's
Yeah.
okay? Okay, thank you.
Got to see.
So I do have a legal opinion because that did come up. And this is no different than what the city of Del Rio did back in maybe 1999. They had a 401k and they went to TMRS, I believe. So it's the same thing for FTCDRS. And so this is no different than what they did back in 1999. I mean, we're not double dipping. It's not a double benefit.
And so what happened to your previous plan?
Oh, I'm sorry, did I share one with legal?
Can you
so-
go back a couple slides
Sure.
to the history? Yeah, okay. So in 2004, you were able to start a plan,
Yes, we were.
and then,
So that had to get rolled into an IRA, whatever the employees decided to roll it into.
so then the new plan that you've had now for 2 years is underfunded. But how did it get so underfunded so quickly? I mean, it doesn't make sense. If you all already had a plan, how does that not reflect in this plan?
Because TCDRS does not allow you to buy in your years. So if we had been able to roll in our funds from our 457B plan, we probably wouldn't be underfunded. But like I
Because
said,
that's my heartache, because, I mean, looking at this, it's like, I'm immediately broke. I mean, how do you start a plan and you're,
that's
you
how
know,
everyone
so
starts.
severely underfunded, and then now you're asking us to make up a shortfall that we didn't create?
So that the funding from the old plan, the employees are still eligible to receive that?
Yes, it was rolled over.
So they'll be receiving true retirement.
Yes, just like the
There
city
we
of
go.
Del
That's
Rio.
what it is.
Yeah.
Just like the city of Del Rio did. But if you'll
Well, I
notice,
don't, you know.
I mean, and I just want to share that, I do a comparison amongst other entities before I propose anything. And so the first thing I do is start asking for information. I have submitted a records request to the city of Del Rio to see how much taxpayer dollars were funded, we're funding their previous plan as comparison to their new plan. And so I do this type of research prior to recommending anything.
So they've got two plans.
They will have true retirement.
So, Matt, we contribute 7%, the employee contributes 7%, and the county matches it with how much?
11.37
No,
today.
Today, at today's, so,
it's right here, Commissioner
so you're
Garcia.
wanting us to match it 22%?
So,
22.
That's outrageous.
What's in their budget?
so you match at 225% of that
It's an actuarial
7%.
number, and that's just what it's supposed to be on an estimated retirement date, based on
That-
the years of service. It's not too.
But again,
That
if you
factors into
take-
your
If
contribution.
you take the 7% and the 11.37, it's not 225.
Correct. It is not.
And those are actual numbers that
Right.
I put in the damn budget to give to
That's
you.
actually what we pay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether-
Yes, and again, that's
yellow
what
don't
you
matter.
pay because you're so close to being fully funded. So those 225, that 225% match, that is factored into your contribution rate.
But
I
again,
don't see how you get 225 from 7 and 11, you know? It's like.
It takes a whole plan administrator to be
Right.
here to explain
Right.
it, but to the best of my knowledge, that 225, all these parameters are factored into their formula to come up with your contribution rate.
no, but I
Yeah.
know what we contribute. And that's the conversation I had with you last week.
Right.
I contribute 11.37%,
Because you're,
47, and it doesn't come up to 225. It just doesn't.
That
I mean,
includes
and-
market return, estimated return.
Yes.
Yeah.
Average work
Yes.
years. Yes.
But that's not what we pay.
That is correct.
no, you don't pay the 225.
And
If
that's
that
what I'm
was,
getting
oh,
at.
no. You don't pay the 225. Now, your employees will benefit from that 225% match. Your employees will benefit from having monetary prior service of 160%. We're not asking to be comparable. We're not asking to be equitable.
And I'll let you talk. Matt, before you start.
Everyone.
Just so I can understand.
Everyone's eligible.
Just so I can understand, and we had the conversation, you said that I paid $225, this was last week, and I said, no, employee pays 7, we pay 11.37. The yellow number, the employer matching rate, that 225, and your 150, you scratch that off because they don't really care, it don't matter. It just don't matter because that's not what I pay.
Okay.
I think it's 1.6 something, 165%. Or something,
Sure.
or something like that,
Yeah.
between the 7 and the 11.37. But yours, they pay 5, and you're paying 22. So that's a heck of a lot more,
Yeah.
right? And you're paying 22% on that money. That's the part that I don't get. Now we can do all this all day long, but actual numbers, to me, what matters is an employee on our side's paying 7. And the county's paying 11.37. The appraisal district employees are paying 5, and the appraisal district is paying 22.some%. It's double what we're paying.
That's right. We're not
And
funded.
you have 2 retirement plans, and I don't.
Right. Well, but our tax dollars,
I don't.
You understand, I mean, can you explain to us how you got so underfunded so quickly that you need us to contribute 22%?
yes,
That's the problem.
I have. And I wish, because you can twist these numbers however you want. You can say, but the facts are that these are our parameters. This is what it gets factored into the contribution rate. As far as Matt's comment about not everybody is eligible for that monetary prior service credit years, every single employee.
Who in Valverde County is eligible for that?
What are you talking about?
If they don't have certain time in certain entities, they are not eligible for that 160. Somebody walking off the street doesn't get 160.
If you hire a brand new employee, do you separate them from these parameters?
What does it take to get prior service credit?
Year 1.
No.
Matt, I've discussed this with our plan
Okay.
administrator.
You have to.
And next time I'll invite him over to the meeting,
You
but
have to work at a certain entity to receive prior service credit.
no, sir.
Yes, you do.
Okay, no.
Right, Gordon?
I respectfully disagree.
Okay, see, here's my thing. I could understand if you were in the same plan, let's say 10 years, and it was underfunded early because you couldn't fund it because you didn't have the money, or we didn't give you the money to put there. Okay, and you say, because of this underfunding 10 years ago, we don't have the money now. And now we want to double up to catch up. But when you just start, and you've been funding it year 1 and year 2, and you're this underfunded in year 3, I mean,
Yes.
how is that even possible?
So, and I know you understand numbers, so you'll understand that year 1, we came in at 25% of monetary prior service credit years. So only 25%, so an employee
Okay.
that's been there 10 years was only being recognized for 2.5% of that. I mean,
But-
2.5 years.
But for those previous 10 years, you had a plan and you funded it, and it's now in an IRA over here, and then now you're saying this one over here is underfunded. But the money was contributed in those prior years, and you rolled it over in an IRA, and you're pretending it doesn't exist. And now you're saying,
No,
we
I
have
mean,
a
this-
shortfall. So you
Yeah.
can't have it both ways.
No, this is full disclosure. There's no
You would-
shortfall. If anything, there was a shortfall when the district couldn't afford to pay their employee benefits.
The
But-
problem is you're trying to give them prior service credit when they already have a prior retirement plan. You need to not give them prior service credit and fund it from here forward, and we're okay.
Yeah, and I think that you,
The money that they already.
Yeah, because your problem is, in your little graph there, like, in 2006, you gave them prior service credit of 50%, and then in
26,
27,
yes.
you want to give them 100%, but they've already had a retirement plan in those previous years that you rolled over and now pretend doesn't exist, and you want us to make up the shortfall.
so, yes.
Thank you for being honest.
But you know what? Because that's what you want to hear, I'm going to agree. But I want to say that, we did have a previous retirement plan, and that is 2 different types of plans. They're two different types of plans.
Do you have a value on that plan?
No,
But-
not
but here's
one
the
that's
thing,
insured.
We have this prior plan that you cannot pretend doesn't exist and then want to give them prior credit. So when the judge says you're double dipping, you really are, and that's the proof.
Matt, on a retirement system, you'll see a contribution that's like a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like a 1 to 4.3. Am I missing?
Well, because you're using the 22%?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that. I would use the 150 on that as the projections.
So what would this be if you compare it on a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2 contribution?
Well, your number, but they're front loading a lot of contributions to make a lot of catch up. In addition to their other retirement programs that they already have, so they're trying to.
You're technically asking us to fund 2 retirement plans for the same amount of years. Because we funded your plan previously, correct? And then now you're trying to give them prior service credit so we can fund those prior years again.
So there was a period where tax dollars weren't funding any retirement benefits for the appraisal district.
Which years were that?
1998 to 2004.
How many current employees were working then?
3.
Which 3?
Myself, Janie Garza, who's in the audience, and, excuse me, but I want to say Mark Bruce.
Okay. So Janie was gone, you're just back a couple months because you were gone.
So 8 months, 9 months,
And how many years was she gone?
11.
11, so that would take her to...
No,
when did she leave?
she had 19 years of service before she left.
I understand that, but what year did she leave?
Oh, 2013, 2014, 2013, 2014.
Okay. So she was funded those years because it's...
Part of those years. There was a period of time.
You know, my thing is, we're prior funding all these employees that weren't even there when there was no retirement given, right? So the only 3 people that didn't have retirement contributions were you, Janie, and maybe Mark.
Maybe Mark.
Okay.
I'll have to verify that.
But all the rest of you were given a retirement plan all those years, and then now you're asking us with this prior service credit to fund it again.
Okay, Commissioner Garcia, if I may, let me give you an example. We have, I'll take Martin Weathersby. This is open record, public information, Martin Weathersby. He's been with us for maybe 5 or 6 years, and I don't have the exact date with me, so I can't quote, but he's been with us for 5 or 6 years. He wasn't there previously. He's coming into, he had maybe the 457B plan for maybe a couple of years, and then he's coming into TCDRS. TCDRS would only recognize, based on our parameters, 25% of those 5 or 6 years that he's already been in there for year 1. So even if we're not talking about us, even if we're not talking about the ones that were there since 1998, even if you're talking about a brand-new employee that's getting into the plan,
Okay.
their years of service are only recognized at 25%.
Okay, but those previous years, Martin Weathersby was in a plan, and
Sure.
he was funded.
Yes,
So now you're wanting us to fund it again.
yes.
So why the heck should we fund it twice?
So taxpayers have done this for the city of Del Rio.
That
Same
doesn't
tax
mean we
dollars.
should-
And I realize, but I'm just saying, this is not uncommon, even amongst appraisal districts, where an appraisal district can be in a certain plan and then decide they want to enter the TCDRS program. And if they do, they can go from one plan to the other without it being considered a double payment. There are 2 different types of plans.
I understand that other taxing units or entities may want to do this, but they're using their own money. And you're using our money to do this.
No, all appraisal districts are funded by taxing entities, so it's.
I mean, I don't see how you could ask us to fund your employees' retirement twice.
Okay.
So when Mr. Weatherby was hired, he was aware that the appraisal district did not participate in
I can make a motion.
TCDRS.
No,
He
he
was
was.
not aware of that when he got hired.
Oh, no, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, he was
And
aware.
now we're going back and we're pretending that Mr. Weatherby was a participant. When he was hired, he knew he was not, but now we're going to play catch-up that he was a member of PDRS.
Okay, but do you realize that you recognize 160% of the county's prior service credit years? But
You only
well,
certain
why is
people
that
are
different?
eligible for those.
Really?
That's-
Okay.
Yeah, that's-
So not
really.
all your employees get the
Because
160%?
we're all, when you walk in the doors, you're not
Okay.
100% of the time.
Are you on?
Okay,
Yeah.
We're not coming into
Yeah.
a new program.
okay, yes, sir.
If we were coming into a new program, yes, that would be true, but we're not.
Okay.
Okay.
Item 17, discussion possible action to adopt or reject Valverde County Appraisal District 2027 budget. I'll make a motion to reject Valverde County Appraisal District 2027 budget.
Second.
Have a motion by myself, the judge, second by Commissioner Garcia. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries. Thank you, ma'am.
Judge, before I go, I just want to let you know that you do have to pass a resolution for it to be denied.
Okay.
So
But we have 30 days.
Yes, sir, you have 30 days and you have until the 15th of August.
Yes. yeah.
17th of August, my
And
apologies.
what we'll do, just, so you'll know, I didn't put both items on here, because I wanted to see how this one was going to go.
Sure,
So you have about $180,000 in reserve.
yes,
Okay. We will put two items on, another one, a resolution not to adopt the budget,
okay,
and another resolution to take a vote to see if the court wants to get that, whatever part belongs to Valverde County back. I can't tell you how that's gonna go, but there'll be two items
okay.
on the meeting on the 11th.
Yes, sir, you won't need me here, but, I think the county's portion is about $54,000 that you're getting back.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day, and I appreciate your comment. There's two items on the agenda, one of
We're
them.
moving into 19,
Huh?
going down.
Well,
You got a whole bunch of stuff you haven't gone to.
yeah, do you wanna go to 19 and see what they do?
Yes, I think so.
If they're here, we can go, if we don't have it, we're not gonna just keep waiting.
See, I didn't know, just walked out.
I don't know. Is anybody here for the dark sky? You are? Okay, then we'll go to you in just a minute. All right? That way you don't have to just continue to sit there.
I just never met her and didn't know.
No, well, make sure you put two items on. A resolution, to deny funding for the appraisal district. And then another one, an item of discussion possible action to, for the court to decide if they want the county's portion of $180,000.
So Judge,
Yeah.
so Judge, before 19, I was gonna say something. If you wanna do it, or if you wanna go jump over onto yours.
Were you gonna go to commissioner's comment?
Well, I was gonna talk before 19, or at 19.
At 19? Yeah. You wanna just go to it and then you stop on it?
We can do it now.
We're gonna keep jumping around. We're gonna go to item 19, presentation from Denise Bly. Did I get that right? With the International Dark Skies Association to share information about the importance of and value of dark skies. Ma'am, if you wanna, she's already out walking up.
I just wanted to say, Judge, that I invited them to come because a lot of folks who live in town might not know what dark skies are. So this is to make people aware of our ecotourism and financial benefits and all that come along with dark skies. We have a national recreation area here, 3 state parks in the county and a 4th one neighboring, and they're all affected, as well as private citizens on private land that deal with and rely on dark skies. Thank you for coming, Denise. Go ahead,
Thank you.
please.
I do have a PowerPoint presentation on the jump
Somebody
drive.
help you get, hold on.
I'm not sure how to go about presenting. I've never presented before. Can I give that to someone?
Yes, he's getting 19.
He's working on it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
How do you spell it, Emma?
It's D apostrophe
He's coming. If anybody can mess it up, he's
NESE. And it's dark sky / Valverde County.
Give out your password to the world.
You write it down.
Actually, it was to switch presentations on that.
The hiring of more employees on a typical weekend, we just call it. Being there.
And we funded them for. So we funded it when I went, and then now they're gonna get prior service credit. And so they're just funded by us again. I know. I just can't believe it.
We're gonna have to do it. I don't know if it's possible. Dump the retirement wage cut. Come on, Josh. Money, take that one.
Oh, yeah,
Holding it.
Yeah.
That wasn't considered.
It was just, they said they moved it over into a personal IRA. So that's theirs now. I'd like to have 2 retirements funded by the same person.
Yeah.
There it comes. They're on the screen now.
Oh, great. For the city or for your? For the county? Great. It looks good. Well, I'll discuss that when we're all here.
Right, you gotta walk everywhere, and then you get. And that's why it was fun training. Cassie and I were there.
You know you have snipes over there, right?
There's so many people, and I feel this way, there's constantly pushing forward.
Oh, my.
Are you this person over there? And I'm just trying to get inside your building because you have AC?
No AEP contract required.
Legitimate customer? Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. I remember it was just the attitude that I kept going with this. I am a customer. Oh, yeah.
As long as my lights are on, I don't care who you're
Yeah. I will buy your $7
That wasn't to you.
We have those lights if you want them.
Oh, yeah?
They look like the HPS orange logo instead of white.
Yeah, we hadn't been early on in 2 or 3 decades, not 3 decades. Now we went out this year. Get on any of those. Like, well, I'm gonna go to Kelly House. As soon as we got there, we went into Brooklyn, casino, going there, and like, hey, Malcolm can't get out of Miami.
Good thing we didn't mention to the judge how much we pay for this legal letter.
The open record was.
Are you from Uvalde? Ma'am, are you from Uvalde?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Uvalde County.
Okay, I thought your name was familiar.
Yes,
Related to Dr.
my
Fly?
husband's family's been there a long time.
They're not.
Dr. Fly?
Yes,
Okay.
my father-in-law.
Okay. I'm from Uvalde.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Hey, Judge, maybe she should look at it too.
I'm sorry for the delay.
This was okay.
I have a laptop. You can't hook it up to that.
I did bring my laptop, but it's an Apple. I'm not sure if that's compatible.
While y'all figure it out, you mind if I go to another item?
No,
Just go
I'm
through
fine
while
with
y'all
that.
figure it out?
Okay.
We're rolling, right, so I can go?
We're gonna move on until they figure that out.
Sir, good.
I'll go give me a Tylenol. I took that too, but I can't say it.
Hey, Paul.
Item 7, discussion possible action, no action needed on number 7. Item 8, discussion possible action, move over to County Commissioner's Court. Thank you. A motion, Commissioner Flores. Thank you, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. And these right here, let me read it, and then I'll go and see where we're getting the money. Discussion possible action to set aside $99,500 from available appropriations for a K-84 X-ray machine for Robert E. County Sheriff's Office. The machine's already there, the $99,000 to get it set up, calibrated and everything like that. We have an account called prisoner cost, and that's where they want it.
I'll make a motion to approve, Judge, item number 9 and take it out of, prisoner costs.
Motion, Commissioner Vasquez. Second. Sir?
This is the Geo X-ray machine.
That's a Geo,
Did I
yes.
say Geo? I meant, Recon.
It is the one that we got from the state. It'd be Recon.
Yeah.
Have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez and Commissioner Flores, all in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 10, discussion possible action, set aside $29,000 from available appropriations for mobile and handheld detectors for Robert E. County Sheriff's Office, also out of prisoner costs.
Make a motion to approve, Judge, from same account.
Have a second? Thank you. Have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez and Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Item 11, discussion possible action to approve, Judge. Okay, issuing and whatever, general election.
What's that item, Judge?
Monday?
Item number 11, what is that?
Discussion possible action on ordering and issuing, notice of Alberta County general election on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026. I have a motion, Commissioner Flores.
What
Commissioner Vasquez.
is the notice gonna be?
That there is an election for, a general election, Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026.
Does this notice go on the bulletin board, in the paper?
It'll go everywhere.
Social media, everywhere.
It's statutorily required.
Yeah,
the election. That's why.
Can we get it put up on the, like, there at the fairgrounds and?
Well, what we talked about, already have a motion, I have a second. So what we talked about is that she would like to put it up on electronic billboards. As soon as she gets all that put together, we will put that out.
Good.
My understanding is also that there would be some signs probably made to be put up in key parts of the county, telling people that there is a general election and then also when early voting starts. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. And the two monitors we were talking about were one at the fairgrounds and the one at the...
Yeah. So, but as soon as you get something put together, then we'll put it out.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and read the early voting schedule, and that way, if somebody wants to refer back to it, we've got it. The date of the election is Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday, October 19th, 2026, through Friday, October 23rd, 2026, the hours are 8 to 5. Saturday, October 24th, 2026, 7 to 7. Sunday, October 25th, 2026, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday, October 26th through Friday, October 30th, 2026, the hours are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So there'll be two weeks, Monday through Friday, and then the Saturday and Sunday between that. And then our election on November 3rd. So I have a motion for the general election, set the general election. Motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. We good? Okay. All right, if we're good, we'll go back. Go back to item 19, discussion possible action, Denise Bly with International Dark Skies Association to share information about the importance and value of dark skies. He said we were good. We'll see.
Thank you.
Does it need to be full
Thank you.
screen or?
I'll get them in the back.
Okay. Well, while he's making this full screen, I'll go ahead and introduce myself on this first slide. I'm Denise Fly. I'm a representative of Dark Sky Texas, which is the state chapter for International Dark Sky Association. I'm also a certified Texas Master Naturalist in the Brushy Canyon chapter, which is the 3 counties east of here, Kinney, Uvalde, and Medina County. And in my studies and career, I was a petroleum geologist for 30 years. Oh, I'm moving. So
If you wanted to, I think we can make the beginning and it will make it full screen. Instead of showing all your
I
slides.
see. Yes, I thought he was going to do that back there.
Were we good? Maybe?
Yeah, that should, yeah, now you're good.
Okay. Great. So the Dark Sky Texas mission is to promote the use of better outdoor lighting, to restore our view of the night sky and improve the safety and well-being of living things, and to save energy. Previously, Mr. Wardlar said that I would be covering astrotourism and others, but as you can see from my background, I'm more of a science person, not a business person, and I was told to give a presentation on an educational foundation or format, just to describe what Dark Sky Texas does and how we can help different communities. So as you can see by this map here, our Texas, not just our Texas, but our dark skies are disappearing. And every year it gets worse. It's estimated that 90% of the U.S. population does not experience any night sky darkness, brightness. And light pollution around the world is increasing at twice the rate of population growth. So you can see why people are drawn towards the west if they live in the east. We have lots of beautiful dark skies. So I took this opportunity to check and see what the border scale reading of Del Rio is. And first I want to talk a little bit about what border scale is. It's a 9-level numeric measurement of the night sky's brightness in a particular location. So you can see in the inner cities, you get this sky glow, which is bright white or blue light waves from light emission. And then when you move to the right, you can see the pristine skies with no light interference from Earth. So when I went to a light pollution map, I I searched for Del Rio, Texas, and y'all stand at a border rating of 7.1. If I go back to the previous slide, you can see that's the red circle there. So it's not quite the bright white yet, but you definitely have lost the stars. And the other thing I noticed in doing this is in 2025, it was 7.0, and in 2026, it's reading 7.1 now. So it's a slight increase, a tenth of a unit of a border scale unit. I do have some more cards I wanted to pass out.
Right,
These are informational cards.
I'll get you back. Just give them one and I'll get back what they want.
So while he's passing them out, the front side of this little handout is kind of a view of the Bortle scale on a street lamp version. So if we have unshielded light sources in our community, then we have extreme glare going up into the sky and out towards our neighbors. And as we shield them, you can see how the light gets more focused where needed, but still, not until we get to the fourth image, or the second from the right, do we start getting where it's targeted, where it's really needed. If you went over to the middle street lamp, you can see that it's not going up into the night sky, but it's called trespass lighting, and it is the kind of light that shines directly in your window or blinds you as you're walking down the street from the glare. And the best of all is if the light is put on a a schedule or a monitor where it's going to be activated when in use, but or any sort of timer. But the bottom line there is, when not using, just shut it off. And that's not always easy with street lights or anything in inner cities, but at your own homes or on certain properties, you can put them on timers. So this talk is basically about the 5 principles of responsible lighting, which is on the reverse side of the card I handed out. We'll go over each of these in a little more detail. The good news about light pollution is that we can do something immediately and easily to reduce it. So these are listed in the order of importance, 1 through 5. Here's an image of useful. HEB is becoming night sky compliant with their lighting. They're in communities that are dark sky communities, dark sky towns, cities, and so they are meeting the needs. And this is an excellent example of, on these gas pumps, intense light is needed. But you can see here that it's shielded. There's no glow going up in the air. There's no transport light going out to the neighbors, but it's focused intense on the meters, on the gas pumps where it's needed. This is an example of light that's not useful. You can see the light in the apex of the roof here has no purpose. It maybe did at one time, but a canopy was put up, and now it does not even light the front door. It just reflects off the canopy. And the lighting on the sign is way too intense, where it actually works against the signage because it emits so much glare.
Ma'am, a lot of those lights are used in warehouses, industrial park, and it's not to shine down to your main entrance door, but the parking area, the lot, the yard.
But that's not even radiating out there.
Well, I understand that, but I mean, you know, they are useful in some areas.
Oh, all light is useful.
Yeah,
For
no, it
humans.
is, definitely.
All light is useful. And one of Dark Sky's sayings is that they're not here to promote getting rid of light. It's just using light responsibly. So focusing it, targeting it, just using it when it's useful. So the next, number 2 on the little card that I brought today is targeted. And you can see here, this is a building structure, and the lighting needed to light the perimeter of the structure. And they've done a very good job of making shielded lights, spacing them evenly across the building where all sidewalk is covered, and yet there's no glare shining out. Unlike, here's some street lights that are poorly targeted, and this is what we call street or light clutter. It emits glare, and it's kind of like the number 1 on the one to the far left on the opposite side of the handout that I gave you. The third responsible lighting is using low level. So you can see the light on the left is in excess of what is necessary for the area. The light on the right does light up the area properly with no glare. And then we have our controlled, like I stated earlier, that would be the one put on motion sensors or timers or just switched off. So this is a parking lot that doesn't need to be lit all the time. Let's say that it's 3 in the morning and the business closed at 10 p.m. They could be put on a dimmer or a timer and allow for better use of your electricity. That not only saves money, but it also helps with the migration of animals. The fifth responsible lighting is warm colored. These are using more of an amber light than a blue light wave, and these are measured in kelvins. So you have probably noticed now when you go to buy light bulbs, you don't buy just by the wattage, you buy by the Kelvin or by the lumens. The lumens is going to be your brightness, and the kelvins are going to be the warmth of the lighting. So you either have amber lighting, or you have blue lighting, which is your colder colors. The blue lighting gives off more glare. So Dark Sky International estimates that at least 35% of all outdoor lighting in the U.S. alone is wasted, mostly by lights that are not shielded. This results in a sky glow, and approximately $3 billion a year worth of energy lost is going up into the sky. So these are two examples here of properly shielded light, and we've all had the one on the left on our front porch at some time or somewhere where the light is focusing down, but the whole fixture around it is transparent, and it usually has no top on it to let heat escape, and therefore all of that is wasted. There's also impact on the humans and the wildlife. I'll cover that briefly. Humans, we all know this from having cell phones and spending too much time on our computers that emit a lot of blue light rays. It disrupts our circadian rhythm, and it suppresses our melatonin production. And so we've all been told to limit time on our screens. However, we can control that individually, but animals don't have the same ability. And the changes in light for our wildlife signal the start of activities such as foraging, sheltering, mating and reproducing, and communicating with one another. These impact their lives greatly, affecting their natural life cycles, their navigation and migration, predation, communication, and reproduction. And in the birding world, Del Rio sits in an area where 3 out of 4 birds will pass through the state of Texas in this area that are migrating from Mexico to somewhere in northern U.S. or Canada. So out of the whole United States, 3 out of every 4 birds migrating are passing over your area. And night lights greatly interfere with their migration. In fact, they kill thousands of them every night. And in larger cities, they have crews that actually go out and pick up dead birds that have crashed into office building windows so that people don't see it in the morning. So with light pollution, we can make a difference just by using these 5 simple principles. And when we take responsibility for that, then we will see our stars come back. We will see the wildlife not impacted as greatly. And it will increase your savings because of light readjustment, retrofitting, or new installation, making them dark sky compliant, using less energy. And also, through all that, there are many tourists who look for dark sky active communities. there are more or less, I can think of 3 in our area that are dark sky communities. That's Dripping Springs, large community right outside of Austin, Fredericksburg, and Blanco are all dark skies communities. So tourists love to come there to not only view the night skies, but watch the birds, watch the bats, whatever draws them there. It can also just be photography. And when they come to town, they stay in your hotels. So let's keep our stars big and bright in Texas by all paying attention and doing what we can.
Ma'am, is there any plans for the future from y'all to how to save dark skies? I mean,
This
the
is a big
world, I
one
mean,
right
the
here.
communities are growing so quick, fast.
If
that-
communities can take action, that's a great question. If they can take action and follow these 5 really common sense steps of using lighting responsibly, like setting something on a timer when it's not needed, focusing the lights where needed and not wasting the energy up into the sky.
Just the wall that, the state and the federal government is building, I mean, they're lighting up the whole Rio Grande. I mean, it's lighted up like if it's daytime at night.
It's not good. I know.
You know, so.
We're losing
I
it
mean,
rapidly.
there's a lot of things we can't stop or
That's right.
control.
But we can, even with our own homes, control it. And y'all have an influence over your community to help get started on making it more compliant.
All that open country back in the days, you know, there's people that have 10, 20, 50,000 acres.
Yeah.
A lot of ranchers are subdividing their ranches and it's on them 50,
Yes.
100 acre tracts.
It's rapidly
So,
disappearing.
you
We
know,
don't want to lose it.
we're running out of land and unfortunately that's what's gonna happen, that everything will be lighted up pretty
Yes.
soon.
Yes, and
Just
with
a matter of
the
time.
development of LED, everybody thought that was wonderful to have LED lights. They are usually very bright. They are economic. You can buy them in a lower Kelvin. You can get them, but most don't look at the temperature of the light, the warmth versus the cold, and they go to
Look at the lumens.
the blue light, and it's very blinding, very full of glare. And just an example, I'll use automotive headlights nowadays. It used to be, unless a car had on their bright lights, there wasn't much glare in your eyes as you're driving towards them. But nowadays, with LED headlights, even on low beam,
Very true.
it blinds you. As you get close enough to them, you can't even see what's on the shoulder to your right. So, it is a problem. It is a problem, and we all have to start being responsible and help it. And we can. It's an easily, changeable pollution. you
There's
know.
populated areas, neighborhoods that, you know, it's a safety concern, the lighting. For
Yes, but
people to
sometimes-
travel or walk at night, commute
Right.
from their homes to grocery store, gas station, parks,
So,
you know, parks, you gotta light them up. I mean, family units go there to.
and you
light
can
it.
use, you can still use a bright LED, but put an amber shield over it.
Yeah.
You know, just
So you
cut
can
back
direct the
those,
light.
cut back
Redirect
those
it.
blue wavelengths, you know?
Yeah.
And keep the temperature a little warmer, but it's still bright and it covers a large area. And it also cuts down on the glare. Because sometimes, just like I was talking about the car headlights, too much light causes that glare and it blinds you where you don't see someone standing nearby, you know? Just like if there was someone on the shoulder of the road and that bright light is blinding you.
Do I have any questions?
Are there any more questions?
No, I'm good.
Thank you for your presentation. ma'am.
Thank you.
I'm
The
familiar.
Dark Sky Texas website that I have here is full of resources. And if y'all have any questions, you're welcome to contact me or darkskytexas.org. And they can connect you with people to talk to, what type of lighting fixtures would work, things of that sort.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
You're good, thank you.
Appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you for inviting me.
Item 12, discussion possible action on issuing credit cards.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Number 12.
Motion Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Item 13, 14, and 15. Ms. Chapoy, do you mind if I take them all at once? Are you okay with that?
Motion to approve, Judge.
13, 14, and 15?
Yes, sir.
I'll second that, Judge.
Motion, Commissioner Flores, to approve 13, 14, and 15, and I have a second, Commissioner Vasquez. And naturally, you'll get with the county attorney, make sure that everything's okay. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Sorry you had to wait. Appreciate it. Item 20, discussion possible action of point.
Motion approved, Judge.
A motion, Commissioner Flores. Do I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner Garcia, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Under Amistad Land Use and Zoning Commission, I want to let y'all know, that we will, be having an Amistad Land Use and Zoning Commission, here soon, because there's, 4 battery storage facilities that would, want to be permitted within the Lake Ridge area.
Right.
So, for those that live in the Lake Ridge area, pay attention. All right. All right. We'll move on to item 21. Discussion possible action to approve the installation of 3 LED streetlights, including necessary hardware and infrastructure, and authorize the county judge to
Motion
execute.
approved, Judge.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores. Do I have a second? Do I have a second on the motion? Nope. No second. Motion fails. Item 22, discussion possible action regarding the contract with Sugar Land Psychological Associates for the purpose of determining whether or not a defendant is competent to stand trial, and upon approval, authorize county judge to sign
Motion
the
approved,
contract.
Judge.
I just wanted to see if I could get through the words, didn't I?
I saw you there. I said, "That, you know."
I have
Just
motion.
wasn't sure on the word, Judge, if not, I would- yeah.
Commissioner Flores, did you second? You said
Second,
Commissioner
Judge.
Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Item 23, discussion possible action on pipeline emergency
Motion
contract
approved,
list.
Judge. Item number 23, did you want?
Come on up. I have a motion, to approve the list. Commissioner Vasquez, do I have a second? Commissioner Flores. Real quick, we had, a week ago, week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago now, right? Had a report on some gas being leaked out of one of the pipelines. Pipeline was, Whitewater. Ended up, fire department was dispatched. They got out there, and it was a controlled blow off or whatever they called it. The problem is that, they didn't notify anybody. Didn't notify the sheriff's office, didn't notify risk management, didn't know the county judge, the commissioner of the precinct, or the fire department. So it was a pretty good test, to make sure that we had all their numbers, which we did. We had, Carlos, actually printed us a map for it. We got numbers. I will tell you though that it was a little bit, disappointing, or a lot disappointing, that Whitewater did not call us until after they'd already been caught, releasing gas, which is not acceptable. They were reported to the Railroad Commission. I had asked Joanne to call, all the numbers that we had to see if we could get somebody a little bit more important than the number on the, that we had. The only one that actually said, was, Plains Pipeline.
American.
They were the only one that gave us another number besides the
For a
emergency number,
supervisor here in the area.
in case we did not, in case we couldn't get a hold of somebody, or we had a complaint that needed to go up a little bit. Plain Pipeline was the only one that gave us a supervisor number. Everybody else, refused to give us that
Right.
number. So, I think it's a damn shame that they go out, tear up a bunch of ground, begin to release gas, don't tell us that it's happening, and then call us and say, well, I'm really sorry. Well, we actually did have leakage, not like the railroad card earlier. This one, actually, we did have leakage. We did have, even though it was controlled, but we didn't know nothing about it.
Right.
And to the other pipelines that have come through, I think it's a damn shame also that you won't give us another supervisor number or somebody that we could also contact in case that number that's posted does not work. Or we just need to be able to file a complaint before we have to take it to Railroad Commission.
I do have a list of all of the emergency numbers, and they do have people 24 hours a day answering phone calls.
And y'all will be given that list. Make sure that y'all have this list. I will tell you that I've tried to get a hold of, Commissioner Martin Wardlaw, and Elaine, his wife, answered. I was trying to get a hold of George Wardlaw because he's the one that lives out there. We got a hold of her, but I was trying to get a hold of George because George is already out there. But it was a heck of a test. We ended up with all kinds of phone numbers, actually boots on the ground. Our own county people or county residents were boots on the ground. It was pretty scary there for a little bit because
Judge, just like the county should be notified, the locals should be notified. My brother found it before the judge ever called him, and it was a huge disturbance because this is like Mrs. Fly was just talking about. This is a pristine area, so it was silent, and then this rip-roaring sound just came through the country. He was worried about getting close to it. It was just like that train car leaking. And Mr. Talamantes said, you took a breath, it wasn't leaking, but the Talamantes thought it was. You take a breath and you can die. You don't know what it is. And so he had to approach from upwind cautiously, and then he got in touch with the judge got in touch with him.
No, it was terrible. We didn't get notified, and everybody was on their way out. Huh?
It was natural gas, and you could hear it from miles. He heard it from far, far away.
It's like,
and didn't other neighbors hear it, Judge?
Huh?
Didn't other neighbors also call?
I don't know. I got a phone call from our chief. Said they were on their way out. I waved at them as they went, and she said, we're on our way out because there's a leak, natural gas leak. So with that phone call, we ended up calling Carlos, trying to look for maps, trying to get everything. Carlos was going to print maps, had maps. Where's the pipeline? Who does the pipeline belong to? It was a good test. And within a short amount of time, I think before we got out there, we already knew who it belonged to. Made a phone call, and then y'all made contact. George made contact with the individual that was there, and they were like, "No, it's okay. We meant to do it on purpose." Yeah, but you didn't call nobody. Everybody's on the way.
In a video that I saw from him, there was nobody on scene when he approached the leak, or not the leak, the venting of the line is what it's called. They were venting the line. When he got there and found it, there wasn't anybody on scene.
That's like when I talk a lot. It was just venting. Yeah, a lot of hot air or cold air. It was a test.
Yes.
I think we did good, but there was some stuff that we need to do a little bit better. I'm looking at you, but it's
no, I know.
So don't take off running. But I will tell you that I was very, very, very disappointed with the phone calls that Joanna made in order to get phone calls a little bit higher, and the only one that in my opinion, really passed the test for us was Plains. Was unbelievable. Everybody else is, well, I can't say what I think. But either way, thank you for the information. No action needed. I just wanted y'all to understand what we were doing. Item 24, discussion possible action on following certification of revenue, Texas Library Association, $2,500.
Motion to approve, Judge, item number 24.
Motion, Commissioner Lasky, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 25, discussion possible action to county clerks, and let me go through this real quick. County clerk's annual plan for county clerk's record archive fee and records management and preservation fee for the first fiscal year. We have to give a public notice, so I would, we'll do a public notice on the 7th, and then our next meeting is on the 26th, and that will give us enough time to put it on the agenda for the 26th, but our public notice will be, if I can get a motion for a public notice on the 7th, for a public hearing at 9:50.
Motion to approve, Judge, item number 25 for a
public notice
on the
7th. On the 7th, we'll publicize on the 7th that there'll be a public hearing on the 26th at 9:50.
On the 26th at 9:50.
9:15. Are we good? Motion Commissioner Vasquez, do I have a second? Second. Second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. This one's another one of those tricky ones. Discussion possible action to purchase additional cameras and infrastructure material to add 5 more iPro cameras to the east side of District Courthouse. Estimate amount is $3,499 to be paid out of available appropriations. There is a computer equipment account under Mr. Barrera. We will go back and ask for courtroom security, see if they'll come back and pay us back the funds, but right now it needs to come out of that computer.
Motion to approve item number 26.
Motion Commissioner Vasquez, do I have a second? Thanks. Second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Item 27, discussion possible action set aside, and this is another one we got to pick.
Another tricky one.
23, Monday?
Another tricky one?
Yeah, another tricky one. $23,453 from available appropriations to purchase bunker gear for Metro Fire Apparatus Inc. We have an account, we have one that says overtime, one says contract labor. We just want to split it between those. They're coming up, or what do you want to do?
Yes.
Split that. Matt, we okay?
Motion to approve item number 27.
And they're both under his budget.
Under his budget, split between both accounts.
Motion Commissioner Vasquez, do I have a second? Second. Second Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Juanita.
This is another tricky one.
It is. Item 20, discussion possible action to approve the payment of overtime to the precinct employees regardless of there being a holiday during the week. And, they are called out to emergency calls, such as fire or other, emergencies and require the precinct assistance. Okay, let me see if I get this right. We actually went through scenarios. If Friday's a holiday and they get called out on that Friday, precinct crews, Friday's a holiday, so we already know they're not working. And their rate of pay is $15 for that holiday, but they go out between normal working hours during that holiday, they're gonna get their holiday pay plus their regular rate of pay also. In other words, they go from $15 to $30 an hour for the hours they work. Okay? If I muddy this up, y'all let me know. Now, if they go out on Saturday, even though Friday was a holiday, but they go out on Saturday, they would get paid time and a half of their regular hourly rate.
You can, and it's different with all precincts because only one of them works 4 tenths, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
well, and I guess it'll be that if you go any time other than your regular working hours, you will get paid time and a half.
Unless it's a holiday, we don't get double time.
Well, if there's a holiday, you'll get paid double time.
We'll get paid double time.
Whatever the holiday is.
Now, for that precinct that you just, I
I told you to
know,
get money.
I know. That precinct you just described as celebrating the holiday on a Thursday.
Mhm.
Their Friday would actually be time and a half because they've already celebrated that.
Yes, yes, yes. And that's a good scenario. That way we all understand. Yeah, and get time and a half. Now, the problem with this is, and the problem that the policy committee has with this, is that we've very few times have we actually worked the whole weekend, both days. But if we go out, work Saturday, and now we have a bunch of people calling in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because they know and taking vacation days because they've already worked double time. Now they're trying to get more days in. Then this will have to quit. We can't have people taking advantage, and we've already been on this. We can't have people taking advantage of this to where the whole reason that this is being put in place is to make sure that the precinct crews actually have a precinct crew to go to work during regular normal hours. Right? Versus doing comp time, and then that's the way we used to do it, and then you have people taking off, for 2 months at a time because they've developed so many, they've booked so many hours. This way, they're getting paid for their hours that they've gone out and worked. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Judge,
What?
under Senate Bill 2753, if it goes in the way they're talking about, you're gonna have the same problem with my department with elections.
And I will tell you that this is not for your department, so when we get to yours, It'll be specific.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I need a motion to approve everything that I just said.
Item number 28.
And I will second.
All right. And it is not retroactive. It's starting from today. Okay?
Because we can't
Because I
go
can't,
backwards.
can't go backwards. Yes. Motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Garcia. Jesus Christ. He's playing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 4-0, and one person is left to vote. Item 29, discussion possible
Motion to
action.
approve, Judge, item number 29.
Okay. I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 30, discussion possible action.
Motion to approve, Judge, item number 30.
4-0, yes, ma'am.
Everything good, Ms. Juanita?
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Vasquez gave a motion, a second.
I'll second.
Commissioner Garcia, he said everything's good. Do we have any questions? All those in favor? Four? Aye. 4-0, 4-0. Item 31, discussion
Motion to
possible
approve,
action.
Judge, item number 31.
A motion, Commissioner Vasquez, do I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner Garcia, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 4-0. Item 32, discussion possible
Motion to
action.
approve, Judge, item number 32.
Commissioner Vasquez, second.
Second.
Commissioner Garcia, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 4-0. Item 33, discussion possible action, which one's this one? This is, can we,
You want to take it, Judge?
yes, please.
Motion to table, item number 33.
Second.
A motion to table, and we'll bring it back. A motion table, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Garcia, all those in favor to table? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. This one here, we'll table it also.
Motion to table, Judge, item number 34.
Item 34.
Second.
And motion to table Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Wardlaw, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries, 5-0. Both those, item 33 and 34. Item 35, this one's another tricky one. Discussion and possible action to approve $6,300 from courtroom security for the network surge protection for video surveillance camera system at the district courthouse and county courthouse, and to authorize $2,299.52 from available appropriations to complete the project. And this will also come out of computer equipment, that one line. item.
Motion approved, Judge.
Okay.
And get the money from Peter line item.
We know that that account is under the control of Commissioner's Court. Now, if you want to take it back, just to get the committee blessing and then bring it back, we can do it this way, or you can just immediately, for this item and the prior item, just immediately take it out of courthouse security if you want to get rid of.
Well, okay. But they actually have a committee, and they give us a recommendation, and I think they just give us a recommendation and bring it back. Are you okay with that?
Oh, yeah, no, perfectly fine.
Okay. And I do understand it's under our control anyway, which us giving a blessing or not. But they have a committee, and I think it'll just be, they get to participate. Okay. Yeah, motion?
Motion approved, Judge.
Second Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 36, discussion possible approve.
36.
Okay. Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Flores is second. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Discussion possible action for approval to declare the following
Motion to
sheriff.
approve, Judge, item number
Second.
37.
A motion.
Judge, can I get a motion also to go ahead and advertise for, the auction? Go ahead and put a public notice out that we're gonna have an auction on these vehicles.
And I'll make my motion to include the auction date or authorization from Ms. Melissa.
Yes.
to
One
set up the
second,
auction.
accept. Commissioner
Thank you.
Vasquez, Commissioner Flores, every second. Is there anything else?
Huh?
You sure? Good.
Yes.
All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 38, discussion possible action to declare a budget surplus.
Motion to approve, Judge, item number 38.
Commissioner Vasquez, second. Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 39,
Motion to approve, is
Item
presented,
30.
except, you got something there that we need a, it's tricky?
No, I don't have any tricky ones.
so we're good?
Yes. gotta find on the other. Well, I'm sorry. We're gonna take one bill to executive session, and, we'll be back out with that. All others.
You want to table this?
I forgot the name of the vendor.
Why don't we just table it?
Table it.
Yeah,
Let's do
motion to
that.
table. Okay. A motion to table, Commissioner Flores. Do I have a second? Commissioner Wardlaw? All right, all those in favor of the table? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 40, discussion possible action. Okay. Motion, Commissioner Vasquez, do I have a second? Second. Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 41, discussion possible action on the following. Certification of revenue. 41. Okay. All four of them? Yes, all of them at one time?
Yes, sir, they're all in the 41, yes, sir.
Commissioner Vasquez, do I have a second? Second. Second, Commissioner Flores. We are going to be changing some of the way that we handle our insurance claims just to make sure that, the cars get fixed. And, that process will be going through Joanna and through purchasing, mainly through Joanna. And that way that money goes into that account, an insurance account. That way they don't have to wait to fix the car in order to get the insurance money back. We can actually just go ahead and get the car fixed because there's money and insurance money, and then that, whatever check we get goes back into the insurance money. So you need to be part of that. You want that to be part of the motion?
Sure. That'll work.
Can you change it?
I'll change that to make part of the motion, that part of my motion, Judge.
Second accept. Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Oh, these are more tricky ones.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Discussion possible action on the following budget adjustments. We have attorneys other. Well, let's do this. Let's go to hospital because it'd just be quicker. Hospital, $10,000 from available appropriations. There are funds in contingency.
Motion to approve and get the money from contingency.
Commissioner Flores, do I have a second?
Second, Judge.
Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Now, other, attorneys, other, $150,000 from available appropriations. We have an account that says, land acquisition, under non-departmental. There's $120,000 in that. So we could use that $120,000.
Mm-hmm.
We have enough money in contingency to make up the difference.
If we're gonna cover that 54,000? Okay, so we will,
But what is this, attorney,
We have a line item under attorneys other of $800 and some odd thousand. We've gone over that, this year, or we are going over that as we speak this year.
Is this gonna cover us until the end of the year?
that is the projection. However, as the bills show up, we did our best to estimate.
And the other deal is, under attorneys other, just so y'all don't get, when y'all get the budget on the 15th, that y'all don't freak out, because it is, we added another $300,000 to that, to attorneys other, because of the cases that are upcoming, and we're still going through, for lack of a better word, a transition period with our public defender's office. But we've got two murder cases coming up. So there's another $300,000 set aside under attorneys other. I think we're at $1,150,000. Huh? Yeah, but one of them's covered by my public defender. Two of them, we gotta pay out of pocket type deal. The other one, we're paying out of pocket, but it's already a set fee. So it still hurts, but it doesn't hurt as bad as we were having to deal with all three of them. So you're good with 120 and the rest of it out of contingency?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want it?
We're gonna release that 54.
Yes.
Okay.
That part of your motion? Or who gave the motion? I don't have a motion yet. There was 54, yeah. There was 54,000 that we had encumbered for,
Reserve encumbered, yeah.
Yeah.
for
Is this land
meals.
acquisition line item, is that the one from, the quarantine pens?
no, we ain't touching the quarantine.
Okay.
This one's all by itself.
Oh, okay.
No, we ain't touching that.
A motion approved and, get the money from, land
And
acquisition.
this one here, that land acquisition that's in this budget, and last year's budget, it might end up going away, just depending how bad this budget is.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but it's just like, damn. Have a motion, Commissioner Flores. Do I have a second?
Second, Judge.
Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 43, discussion possible action.
Judge, item number 43.
A motion, Commissioner, Vasquez, second. Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Got a long meeting. 44, closed session consultation to Texas, pursuant to Texas Government Code A 551.071, attorney-client privilege, B 551.071, parentheses 1, parentheses A, contemplated litigation, C 551.072, regarding the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property, possible action in open session thereafter, D 551.073, regarding negotiated contract, lease, or value of real property, and possible action in open session thereafter. B 551.076, regarding security by security audits.
Jimmy.
Or security.
Jimmy.
Thank you. If y'all give us room, we'll take a potty break and we'll go into executive.
Judge, ya basta. Un break, un break.
All right. We're back in court, back in open session, it's 12:25. No action was taken. We tabled 3 items, we'll get to those in just a minute. Item 33. There we go. Item 33, discussion possible action, rescind court order
Judge,
26.
I'll make a motion on item number 33 to rescind, contract order for the, procurement of concrete material.
Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. David, can we notify them and Melissa? Make sure that Melissa, we do it? All right. Item 34, discussion possible action authorizing the purchase.
Judge, I'll make a motion to approve, item number 34, to advertise rebids for the, concrete material for the Robert Bob Travitas Sports Complex.
Motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 39 was also tabled, approving bills for payment. Motion to approve them all. Everything is correct. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve. Second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 45, Commissioners' comments. None. Item 46. All I want to say is none. It's been a long meeting. Item 47, tricky meeting. Item 47, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn, Judge.
Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. 5-0 vote to adjourn.